This tutorial is sponsored by Patreon. Thank you all for your support. Hello and welcome to the 23rd episode of the horror series that we have going on. So, in today's series we're gonna make our flashlight break so we cannot turn it on again. And it's very simple, but yet it might come handy. So, okay. Let's go to our character where we have this flashlight set up. And if we go, we can see on turn off flashlight, we have a function, and on turn on flashlight, we have a function to turn it on. Okay, so basically what I'm gonna do here, I want to access this event without casting from, for example, game mode or from level blueprint. So the best way we can utilize this mechanic is by making a blueprint interface. So already we have BPI flashlight. So we will add two functions here. The first one being break flashlight, and another one is going to be repair flashlight. So if you want to break flashlight, you can choose to never repair it again, right? But you can also choose to repair it. Okay, but this will only be possible if we own the flashlight. So depending if your character is gonna have it from the start, if you want your character to start without flashlight, then you need boolean has flashlight, right? To see if the character has flashlight, if he picked it up. But if you don't want a character to start with the flashlight, if you want character to start with the flashlight, sorry, and he doesn't have to pick it up, then you don't have to add the boolean here, but I need to add it because I need to check, wait, does our player actually have a flashlight? Okay, so let's, actually we don't need to do here, just nothing yet, but let's go to HP character, and because in the class settings we have implemented BPI flashlight for this already event that we made, flashlight picked up. So here, because it's in the character, in the HP character, we don't need to add the boolean that I wanted to add here. What we can do is we can just call these interfaces. So I repeat again, we have this here because we implemented BPI flashlight. So if I call repair flashlight and break flashlight, you can see I have these two events. So first thing first, if I want to break flashlight, I need to get a branch. So I can type in branch or hold B and left click. So from here, I need to check, wait, does this player have a flashlight? If he has this flashlight, let me check if that flashlight is active right now. If that flashlight is active, I'm gonna simply turn it off. Okay? So it's gonna turn it off if it's active because it just broke. If that flashlight is not active, then I'm gonna simply then I'm simply gonna create another boolean and call it flashlight broken. So we can call it is flashlight broken actually. And we're gonna set it to be true here. Also, we're gonna set it to be true here as well. Okay, but this doesn't mean anything because we are still gonna be able to turn it on because we didn't use this boolean anywhere. So if I go right now and press play, I can turn it on and off even though it didn't break, sorry. So I need to 6 key. Let's call break flashlight. And let me just call simple print string here. That's gonna say flashlight broke. Or flashlight broken. Copy it. And let's see now if I press 6, it can only happen if I have the flashlight. So if I press 6 now to break it, nothing happens. But if I have the flashlight and I have it on, if I press 6, flashlight off, flashlight broken. As you can see, but I can still turn it on and off. And this is why I did this test, because we need to utilize these booleans now. So where do we utilize them? It's very simple. We're gonna go to our turn on and off flashlight. So first we are gonna check, wait, does this player have a flashlight? If we does, then we hold B left click, get another branch. And now we need to check, wait, is this flashlight broken? If it's not, and by default it's not, because we start with the healthy flashlight, but you can also make the player so he starts with a broken one. If you want player to start with the broken one, then simply just tick it. Okay, so if this is true, then our flashlight is broken, and we can print string just for the development purposes. Flashlight is broken. You need to repair it before you use it. I can set the color to be something like this. But if flashlight is not broken, then I want to proceed with my code, like this. Like that. Same goes for my turn off flashlight. Actually, we don't need to put it here in the turn off, because flashlight by default it's not going to be active, because we do turn it off if it's active. So we're not going to be able to switch it, toggle it, because we're going to get our flashlight active boolean to be off. Okay, and to turn on the flashlight, has a flashlight. Let's see. I believe it's so our code got a little bit big here, so I need to check it out. Where do we even have this? We need to find input for flash. Yeah, here it checks if the flashlight is active, and because it's going to be false, we can only turn it on. So if I go here, pick up it, I broke it. As you can see, flashlight is broken. I need to repair it. Also, if I have it on and now I have it off, if I break it, I still cannot turn it on. Flashlight is broken. Perfect, that works. So now let's go back to our code. We have a broken flashlight. We can also play a sound, so the player knows his flashlight broke. But I don't have a sound, but we can just use something, to be honest. Yeah, we can use this. You obviously want to get your own sound, right? This is just from starter content, and if I press 6 now, nothing happens. But if I own flashlight, then it gets broken. Okay, so we have that done, but now we need to make the repair. So also we're gonna first check if we do own the flashlight. If we do own the flashlight, then we can proceed. We can repair it, right? So if we do have it, then we want to just call is flashlight broken, set it to be false, because we just repaired it. So we can print string so if I press, for example, keyboard 7, I can repair my flashlight. So now you can make a lot of mechanics in your game, and you can make so when the player picks up something, it basically fixes his flashlight. So for example, you have some thing on the floor, And because we have interaction system, for example, when you interact with it, when you press E on it, you would call this interface repair flashlight, and then it would repair it. So I will show you in a moment. So I have a flashlight, it's broken, but if I press 7, it gets repaired. I can make sound here. I don't know what would be, yeah, this could be repair. But I can only repair it if I press 7 and nothing happens. I can only repair it if I have flashlight. And yeah, that's it. Also, we can check if it's broken, because if it's not, then we don't want to do anything. So let's check if the flashlight is broken, and we proceed only if it is. So if it's broken, we fix it. If it's not broken, then we can print string, your flashlight is not broken. So you cannot repair it. And now if I just go and press 7, my flashlight is not broken, so I cannot repair it. But if I break it, as you can see, it repairs. Okay, so let me show you in example how we could do this. So we made it as an interface for one simple reason. For example, let's add a trigger box inside of our level. This is really just hard-coded trigger box that we're gonna put here. So this trigger volume. So if I go through this door, I want my player flashlight to just basically die. So let's see how can we do that. We have the trigger box, but now we need to open our level blueprint that is going to be focused at this level only. So now if we press right click, we should be seeing a reference for a trigger volume, but if you don't see it, then you probably didn't select it. So just make sure you select the trigger volume. It's this green box here. You can also make it, rename it, so it's like break flashlight trigger box. It's good to do this. So now if we press right click here, we can see create reference to break flashlight trigger box, and it's just easier. But we're not gonna do it here, we're gonna do it here. Add event for trigger volume, and on actor begin overlap. We're gonna do it only once, so do once. We don't want to break it 20 times, we want it to break it only once. And now, if you remember, we created interface, so basically now we can reach for these events here without casting. So it's very performant. And now, if we go here, we can just call break flashlight. So now this requires a target, and our target is player character since it's inside of the character class. So just get player character here. This is not casting, this is way better. So let's go ahead and check it if that works. Let me find the key to open my doors. I open doors, and now when I go through these doors, I should be having a broken flashlight. So I will call the event for breaking. Oh, yeah. Basically, it can only happen if we own the flashlight, as we made it. So you can tweak this, you can fit it how it fits your game. But for me, I want my player to pick up the flashlight and then proceed to the level where he can break it, to the part where he can break it. So now, because I have a flashlight, if I go here, my flashlight is broken. Also, this will run, but what we can do here is we can check. So here in BPI flashlight, we can check if flashlight is broken. So let's add a new function and call it is flashlight broken. Check if flashlight broken. Okay, we can do it like this. And the output is going to be simple boolean, which is gonna say return So it's gonna just return us if it's broken or not, basically. And now if we compile here and compile here as well, you should be seeing this grayed out option in the interface. And this is great because all of these others events are basically events, but this is function because it has return. So basically events cannot have return, but functions can. So it's gonna return basically, is my flashlight broken? Also here I can call this like that. So this is being manipulated, if you remember here. It's setting it to be broken once it breaks and setting it to be not broken when it repairs. So we can go here. Yeah, so here. Now what happens here is basically it's gonna return us either if this is false or true without casting. So here we can check if flashlight broken. Like that. And it requires target, and that's the player character since it's happening inside of the player character. Very simple. So here. And this return now needs to go through the branch. So either hold B and left click or type in branch. And this will only run when we overlap if the flashlight is broken. If the, sorry, not if the flashlight is broken. I made a mistake, but we can keep it here. But we need to check if player has a flashlight. Or wait, do we have it here already? Let me just check real quick. Oh, okay. So we need to check it basically, and also it's gonna have boolean that's gonna be returned. Very simple, but it's still good to have this check if the flashlight is broken, and I will show you later why. So this is gonna be a bit longer episode, but we are adding a lot of functions that are really good. So check if player has a flashlight, and that's simply just pulling in has flashlight. Very, very simple. Okay. So we want to break flashlight only if we check if player has flashlight, and if this returns true that he has, then we break it. So now we pull in get player character here because it happens in player character. And now if we don't have flashlight and we leave house, yes, we are gonna overlap, but we don't have a flashlight, so nothing happens. But the good thing is that now if we once get a flashlight and we go through it, it's gonna break it. So it doesn't disable it, it doesn't run the code, because if it runs this, so we said, okay, do this once, and then he's gonna run this once, the code. But it's not gonna happen anything, because in the break flashlight, we are checking, if we go to the HP character, we are checking, okay, does he have a flashlight? If this is false, nothing happens. So basically we are losing on potential here, and this just disappears, because nothing happens and it just does it once. But now it ignores the ones if we don't have a flashlight, which is pretty cool, no? Okay, so that's how you would break it randomly in the world. You can also make it, put it wherever you like. But let's make a actor that's gonna actually act like a repair tool. So go to the blueprint actors and let's just duplicate BP interaction and call it BP repair flashlight. Let's open it up. We can delete this cast here, doesn't need to cast. And now we can get a cube here, simple cube, put it to be orange or something, make it a little smaller. And now, because it has a BPI interact in the implemented interfaces, we need to check, okay, it's interactable. And now we need to call something from here. And that something would be repair flashlight. So we have interacting player, that's our reference, and we can repair flashlight. But once we do that, we are gonna also destroy the actor. So if we pull this actor here right now, sorry, let's go inside. I get flashlight, it works. I go outside, I take the key, it breaks, but I have this thing to repair, so it's broken. If I press E on it, my flashlight is repaired. But if I go again through this, it's not gonna break my flashlight again because I set it to do once. And now I can turn it on and off. Pretty cool, no? So yeah, that works. That's pretty basic setup. And maybe in the future we're gonna expand on it. But for now, I'm gonna leave it like this. So yeah, we got basic system done. So every time you want to break flashlight, you just call this event. You don't have to write it all over again. You just call the break flashlight and it breaks the flashlight. So thank you guys for watching and see you in the next episode.